What's up, everybody? Kyle here at Let's Talk Wax with some sleeper prospects from 2025 Bowman. Now, one of my favorite parts of this hobby is diving into players that I think are currently undervalued. While most sleeper prospects will never become future MLB MVPs, I cannot stress that enough, I do believe that there are certain skills that could make them highly valuable players in the future. Sleeper prospects are the furthest thing from locks in the hobby, but they are a good way to enjoy collecting with a smaller price tag. Now, before we get into these sleeper prospects, I've got 10 of them today. I want to go over my ranking system quickly. Now, in this video, you will see a Let's Talk Wax rank, which is based on player ceiling and my personal opinion. You can see the different levels here in the colored graph, and you'll also see Jug rankings, which are Juggernaut rankings, and these are stat-based rankings that I created. Now, I did choose the stats myself, and I did choose the different weights for those stats, but they are based purely on stats and ranks all MiLB players, and number one would be obviously the best rank with I think about 1,300 on my latest update would be the very bottom. You can find all of my Juggernaut rankings over on my Patreon page if you guys want to help support the channel. Kicking this video off is Yeremy Cabrera with the Texas Rangers. He is a burner with a solid hit tool and a power-dependent ceiling. He's not really a physical kid, but he doesn't get cheated when he swings. His upside right now is speed and defense in center field, with the bat dragging a bit behind from a developmental standpoint. He should start the 2026 season in High A, which will give us a very good look at his offensive skill set against upper level stuff. He was named the Texas Rangers Defensive Player of the Year in the minor leagues and could mold into a speed power type profile. At number 9, we've got Sean Keyes with the Toronto Blue Jays, and he is built like a brick crap house and has some of the best raw power in the system next to Charles McAdoo. He hit 19 home runs this year in a full season of High A, but his hit tool took a massive hit transitioning from Low A to High A. He's got no defensive upside and has already started getting the majority of his reps at first base. With a limited defensive ceiling, the bat will have to continue to improve, and that won't be easy in Double A next year because New Hampshire is very cold in the early season. I really like the idea of big power with solid underlying data, including ground ball to fly ball rates, swinging strike percentages, and walk percentages. At number 8, we've got Yofri Rodriguez, who was traded to the Boston Red Sox, and he's a Milwaukee Brewer on this checklist. Rodriguez is one of the youngest players to complete a full season in High A in 2025. His underlying data, including K percentage, swinging strike percentage, and ground ball to fly ball rates, is really good, but the production hasn't caught up yet. This could be due in part to back-to-back aggressive assignments in both 2024 and 2025. He looks to have more gap-to-gap power right now with a power-dependent ceiling, which could improve as his age and level close distance. He's got the majority of his reps in left field this year in High A, so the bat will have to face increased pressure with a corner outfield spot. At number 7, we got Richard Mack with the New York Yankees. He made significant improvements from 2024 to 2025 in the Dominican Summer League. He will be a player to keep an eye on when he comes stateside in 2026, especially playing on a huge market team such as the Yankees. I do want you to keep an eye on, although the stats look really good, how often DSL achievers struggle tremendously once reaching Low A. Rounding up our first 5 is Walker Yannick with the Houston Astros, and he's one of the top-tier defenders behind the plate and top-ranked catcher from the Astros farm system. He was solid in High A this year, but demonstrated some contact risk with limited walks and high K data. Another knock on Yannick is his age, having already celebrated his 23rd birthday this season. We should get a good look at how his bat handles Double-A arms in 2026. If he can continue to improve his power numbers, he could gain more attention in the hobby next season. Now, if you guys enjoyed this content and you want to help support my channel, be sure to check out my Patreon page. Lots of exclusive stuff over there. I'll put a link to it in the video description. We've also got a private Let's Talk Wax Discord server to keep you up to date on all things prospecting. I'll put a link to the video in the description to that as well. That's going to lead us to our top 5, starting with Charles McAdoo with the Toronto Blue Jays, who has some of the biggest raw power in the entire Blue Jays organization. He's a really cheap speed power option, but the downside here is age and limited defense. I could see McAdoo getting a call up at some point in the MLB to the MLB level in 2026, which could make his $5 auto much more appealing. At number 4, we've got Yansel Luis, Arizona Diamondbacks, who flashed standout hit tool in High A this year. He hit .304 and stole 22 bases, but didn't run into much power. He's got some physicality standing at 6 feet, but his high ground ball to fly ball rates may impact his ability to leave the yard in the future. He'll need to brush up on his approach as he advances into the upper minors. If he runs in any power while maintaining his current skill set, he won't be a $10 auto for long. At number 3, we've got Aaron Escobar with the Philadelphia Phillies, who played across 3 levels this season, starting in Low A and finishing in Double A. The vast majority of his production came in Low A, where he hit 11 of his 15 home runs. His production numbers and underlying data did degrade as he moved to high A and double A, but he didn't get a very large sample size at that level either. I'm interested to see how he performs over the course of a full double A season in 2026. He gets the majority of his reps at second base, which will put extra pressure on his bat in the future. At number 2, we've got Aaron Estrada, Baltimore Orioles, who had a very similar profile to Escobar with a bit more speed and a little less thump. He got exceptional contact and speed tools, but elevated ground ball to fly ball rates may impact his ability to get to significant power in the future. He had success in double A at age 20 over a small 100 plate appearance sample size. Estrada is moving away from shortstop and getting the majority of his reps at second base, but he has experience almost everywhere around the diamond and could fit into a utility mold. He's going to be a player to keep an eye on in 2026, especially if he gets the ball in the air more and racks up about 15-ish home runs. At number 1, we've got Hayden Alvarez with the Los Angeles Angels. I'll start by saying I wanted to put Alvarez in my top 10 article, but since he's currently a $15 auto, I maintained his sleeper status, even though he's a 2.5 Let's Talk ranky and number 55 on my Juggernaut rankings. He had a dominant year offensively in the contact department, posting a 330 plus batting average across 2 levels and elite K and walk data as well. While his profile is speed contact right now, he does have a solid physical projection standing at 6'3". He's got some time to add strength to his frame at 18.4. He'll also need to clean up his ground ball to fly ball rate if he plans on getting to any power. He's definitely a player to watch in 2026, and he's still very cheap. As I mentioned before, if you guys want to help support the channel, be sure to check my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. You can also find a link to our private Discord channel in the video description as well. I want to give a quick shout out to all my level 2 Patreon sponsors. You guys rock. If you're chasing any sleeper prospects in this release, be sure to put them in the comments, and y'all have a great day.